All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Hope all's going well. This fine Thursday morning. Let me say what's up to everybody in the chat, man, and we can talk this boxing this morning. If you guys are at work, I hope your work day is going well. All that good stuff. Here, let me do something. Got to do a couple little things real quick. All right, here you go. All righty. All right, man. Look, we got 20 people. We got 20 people in the building, 20 likes, man. That's what's up, man. My man Robert, my man Adrian Vin in the building. What's going on, man? Good morning, my man Robert Robles. What's going on, man? Good morning to you. Dwayne Jones, as always, blessings to ATL. Hope you're doing well out there. Robin Soto in the building. What's going on, man? Shout out to Puerto Rico. Freddie Jimenez in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling today? I didn't see you yesterday, but I did shout you out yesterday. And again, my apologies, Freddie Jimenez, for missing your comments in the comments section. Hope you're doing well, sir. And we get into talking this boxing. You say, good morning, Martin, and everyone in the chat. Well, I hope Canelo's choice on Charlo, he sticks with it. Instead of taking that other deal with Eddie at the Zone, a 2-fight deal, $60 million with GGG and Beterbiev, because he gets $50 million with one fight with Charlo. Yes, sir. Let's hope that he does it. Let's hope that he makes a good decision in that particular circumstance, man. Chillville in the building. What's going on, man? Yeah, Canelo's a fraud and a cheat. He ain't a fraud. He is a cheat. I was gonna say, man, he ain't a fraud and a cheat. No, he is a cheat. That I cannot lie about, man. But you know, on the real, he's a good boxer, man. He really is, man. It's just a shame, man, that he got caught up with the wrong. Got caught up with the wrong taco stand. You know what I mean? That taco stand guy should be feeling really bad for himself, man. Getting Canelo to pop dirty like that, man. Chillville in the building. What's going on? Oh, my man Black Fonz in the building. What's going on? Jose Rodriguez. What's good, man? Giovanni Walker said, yes, absolutely. Let's get this boxing chat started and push that like button. Yeah, man, hit that like button, man. What's going on, Jay Spence? Be easy. What's good, man? Let's chop it up, man. Hey, no excuses, bro. You got to make that hot, man. No excuses, bro. You got to make that hot, man. If he doesn't, please don't tell. You can't tell me that ain't a duck, bro. That's a huge duck. What's going on, Kaiser in the building? Dom way up. Dom way up. Kaiser Dom way up. What's going on, man? Big Ja, Ron Miller in the building. Big boy, John Boy in the building. What's happening with you? Christian, what's going on, man? Compton in the house says Jose Rodriguez, bro. Jose said, you get a new camera? Yes, I did. No nonsense. It's a little bit behind, but yeah. Yeah, I got a new camera, man. Yeah, y'all surprising me for a new camera. So you know I'm gonna make the improvement like that. I could not do that. Yeah, see, no more of that ashiness, no more all that stuff flying around in the back, man. That was my computer camera, man. What's going on, Kevin Faulkner in the building? Curtis Sewell, what's up, man? CRB1 in that building, man. What's going on, brother? Always supporting, bro. He said, am I dumb, but how on earth anyone think AJ Fury would make 80 to 90 million for a fight that won't generate 75 million? And how is AJ Fury a $200 million fight with no US pay-per-view? Oh, it's not. Oh, it absolutely is not, bro. It is not. It's not a $200 million fight. It's a $50 million fight. You know how much it is. It's a $50 million fight. Tops. They don't have fights over there. They do not have fights in the UK that generate over $50 million. That's that caps. It's right there. I'm telling you. They sold how many pay-per-views? It was like 2 million pay-per-views and 90,000 people at Wembley Stadium with Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko, and they did $50 million. They did $50 million. There is no. Said, I thought it was a filter. Nah, man. Nah, it ain't a filter, man. I'm just naturally pretty, man. Nah, ain't no filters. You're talking about with the ash and all that stuff coming before. Yeah, that interference was related to the fact that I was using a camera the camera on this gaming computer, man, and the camera just sucked, bro. No joke. But if it's better, looks better now, that's what's up. Let me actually go look, man. I can't. Yeah, there you go. All right, it's where it is, man. Yeah, y'all held me down yesterday, so thank you, bro. Freddie Jimenez in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. He said, Martin, sure appreciate that, Martin. Hope your son is doing better. Yeah, he's doing better. He didn't have any torn ligaments or anything like that. So that's good, man. He said that camera is so clear, stepping up in the world. Yeah, my bad, man. I don't know why it took me so long to do that, man. It's just what it is. Support our guy, Lego. What's good? Let's go. Support our guy. Let's go. Thank you, John Boy. Much love in that support, brother. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Fanon, don't cuss me out today. One love. Yeah, it's all good. Hey, Quincy, it's all good, man. Absolutely, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you very much, man. Ron Miller said AJ Fury might generate $75 million. Maybe. I don't see how they can. Honestly, I don't see it. I mean, unless it's gonna do, because their pay-per-views are $25, man. So if their pay-per-views, their gate at Wembley is not going to be more than $10 million. Their gate is going to be $10 million or 10 million pounds. But yeah, the gate's going to be somewhere around $10 million. But double that and say $20 million. If they do 2 million pay-per-views at $25 a pop, what is that? Somebody can do, I'm always slower than you guys are on my math. But if you do 25, you do 2 million times $25, that's going to be what, 50 million? Right? So that's 50 million right there. So if you literally, and then you get the gate, double the gate, maybe you can get to 70. Maybe you can get to 70, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, said Giovanni Walker said, you're now in HD. My super chat's paid off. Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, man. My bad, man. My bad. I was looking raggedy for a while out there, man, but we got it fixed. My man, Black, and thank you guys so much for your support on that, man. It means a lot, bro. It does. Black parent in the building says, supporting the channel, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you very good. Thank you very, very much, man. Because this is definitely a family-friendly deal. Come on for now. What do you mean? Come on for now what? I'm telling you that's what it is. I'm not making it up. That's what the fights do there, man. Seriously, they charge $25 for a pay-per-view. They don't have $75 and $100 pay-per-views in the UK. They have $25 pay-per-views. And the gates for Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko when they sold out Wembley Stadium, which is the biggest stadium there, is Wembley, was $10 million. They don't charge like they charge here. Oh, no, I'm saying 25 times 2 is easy. Oh, yeah, I got to it when I didn't even think of the equation first. You know what I'm saying? I know 25 times 2 is easy. I can even do 25 times 3 is 75. 25 times 4 is 100. 25 times 8 is 200. 25 times 1,000 is 25,000. I can do all kind of math, easy round number math like that. But yeah, I doubled it. That's what I was. I was coming up with the equation at the same time. Anyway, Surrey said Al Haymon can pay Canelo, not Crawford. Plus Spence and Crawford is a way bigger fight. No way. Surrey, is that a bigger fight? And no, man, he doesn't have a track record. He's not giving Jermall Charlo $25 million. He's not paying Jermall Charlo $50 million. You're using the backside, dude. Canelo Alvarez is the A side on Jermall Charlo. Errol Spence is the A side on Crawford. Nobody said what he's going to pay. He didn't talk about what he's going to pay Errol Spence. So nah, man. I mean, dude. We ain't got nothing to do with you. See, you know my man, I'm messing with you. I know, man. That's all right, good. I know, man. I'm telling you, I suck at math. I tell you my weaknesses. No doubt. I'm telling you, in math, I don't have any confidence in my math at all. I never really focused on it in school, really tried to get good at it. So by the time I got out of school, even by the time I got to college, I was like, I just tried to avoid it. I really wish I hadn't though. I wish I had gotten good at math, and because then more avenues would have opened up because I wouldn't have been worried about having to take math courses, you know? Robert Robe said, hey, Fanon, people love the way you carry yourself and you're always so unbiased and very respectful. People respect that. Keep up the good work in the boxing room. Thank you, Robert Robles. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna go off on cats no more, man. I used to go off on people a little bit, but we ain't gonna happen. Yeah, but it ain't gonna happen no more. Anymore. Not no more. Anymore. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got 200 people in the building, and we only have 299 likes. Y'all can get them likes up, man. And thanks again for that. Robin Turner out there, if you, my residential hater. My residential hater. I got a residential troll. That's my man. Dog, man. God, I can't believe that I'm having my man. What's the name of my troll? God, dog, man. The best troll that there is, bro. Terry Schmoot in the building. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That was slow coming to my head, man. Terry Schmoot, the best one in the world, bro. Say something about Spence or Gary. I've never been biased in favor of Gary, or I've never been biased regarding them, man. I'm telling you the truth. Look, man, the truth ain't biased, man. The truth is what it is, dude. I'm going to tell you Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, sure. Canelo Alvarez is a bigger star than Errol Spence Jr. He's the B side. He's the A side, without a doubt. There you go. How about that? Okay, Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. lost fair and square to Vasily Lomachenko. Okay, I said two things about them. Does that now make me unbiased now that you've heard me say something that doesn't sound like it's really super supportive of them? Controversial podcast. I'm not going to answer your question because there was another podcast yesterday that came through with that same name. Let me ask you something. Fanon never blocks people just because they have different opinions. Oh, no, I don't do that. Not for that, bro. Ray Pastor, Mr. Martin, you're always on point with your content. Thank you very much. I try. We try to keep it fresh and up to date. You know how it goes, man. You know how it goes. Mr. De La Cruz. Oh, hold on, man. The Mr. De La Cruz. Hold on. Man, I hope you guys are having a really good day today, man. And I got to do something real quick because what is that name again? The Mr. De La Cruz. Terry Schmoot, dog, you're crazy. You tripping. He said, Fanon, I still see sparkles in the background. You don't see no sparkles in the background. This shit is sparkle free, baby. that's y'all. This shit is sparkle free, baby. Sparkle free. Terry Schmoot, much love in that super chat, man. Skills from New Orleans. Okay, cool. Mr. De La Cruz. Got it. I'll give me 1 second. He said Canelo versus Charlo 50-50. Canelo loses to Bivol and or Beterbiev. Andrade puts on a boxing clinic. Salute the highest level. Hey, that's what's up, man. And he gave me 5 stars. Brother, thank you so much for your support, bro. And also thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat. What is it? Ugh. Okay. I'm looking at that. Troll King for 9. That's what's up. You know what it is. Man, where is the it's not in there, bro. It's not in there, man. It's not in there. You're not blocked, dude. The Mr. De La Cruz is not blocked. I don't understand that, man. Because I'm looking it up and it doesn't come up. Mr. Oh, hold on now. I messed that up. Hold on 1 second. Mr. De La Cruz. And it's not blocked. I don't know, man. I'm probably gonna get rid of all these things, man. I'm probably gonna let the dogs out, bro. Pretty soon, man, and just try to get all that. But I don't see that. Ramen Turner in the building. Yeah, I'm telling you, my resident hater, man. Yeah, he's the only one I'm gonna let slip like that. Anyway, hey, showing support. Thank you, Ramen. I appreciate you, bro. Miss Asha said it's fixed. Yeah, it is. It's fixed. No more of the crazy ass. I'm not gonna be out here looking cheap no more. My thing was, I paid so much money for this computer that I would have never thought that the camera would be whack. But then I was like, nah, it's a gaming computer. The graphics and the graphics card is where all the money is. And then, you got to get yourself another one of these computers, man. I'm gonna roll down here real quick to my man Third Eye Boxing. He said Canelo backed up against a wall. He has to fight Charlo. Hey, man, much love in that super chat, bro. They said maybe my account is bugging. Sorry about that, the Mr. De La Cruz. Yeah, I don't know what that is, man. There's been several people told me that they've been blocked on the channel, and I look for them and they're not blocked, bro. What's Chicago time? Is it Central or not? It's Central, Damien. New Breed said, Fanon, you look. Hey, dog. What was that? Can you type that again? No excuses. Hey, now seriously, with $50 million, hey, it's time to go, man. It's time to go. If the number is true, and you know it's at least that. You know it's at least 50 million. Because he got 40 million. He got 40 million guaranteed for a fight where he was the only guy that in that fight in Caleb Plant. So you know it, bro. Sergio has some new knees. What is that? Who's Sergio got some new knees? Anyway, man. No excuses for Canelo. Time to pay the piper. Yeah, man. Time to get that money, man. It is what it is, bro. So yeah, it's 8 a.m. right now. It's 8:17 for me. It's 8:17. I'm very early in the morning, man. You got 9 a.m. on my clock. It ain't 9 a.m. any way you cut it. If you're out east, it's 9:17. It's not 9 o'clock, man. So for now, how soon before we find out the Charlo Canelo fight? For sure, you're gonna try to fight. You're gonna find out in the next couple of weeks, next week or two, because they've got to promote the fight, and it's gonna be May 7th, because that's Cinco de Mayo. So you're gonna find out for Cinco de Mayo. That's where it is, and they gotta have what? You're gonna have a 12-week training camp for it. So that's 3 months before that. 3 months before that is February, man. February, March, and April, right? And then you got a week, you got the 7th, 1 week in there, and then you got what, 5 more days left. So basically there's 10, I would say you're going to find out within 10 days, very, very soon. And plus they've been in negotiations. This dude, I'm telling you, I think it's going to be Charlo. I don't think Mike Carpenter was wrong when they said that that's where they're leaning towards. You know, I know that they're trying to I think they're just trying to negotiate and trying to see what they're going to do. But when Charlo put that pin signature out and didn't say anything about it, but anyway, yeah, that's when I think it's going to be, man. Said 40 million for Canelo. What is that? Terry Schmoo said 40 million for Caleb, 50 for Canelo. Dude, what is PB? You know, 40 million for Caleb, 50 for Charlo. Dude, what is the PBC doing? Dude, they're making that money, man. I guarantee you. They're going to make the money or they're not going to do it. They get a lot of Mexican pay-per-views, man. They probably selling a lot of pay-per-views in Mexico. They're guarantee you, dude, they're getting a lot of money because it's going to do 900,000 pay-per-views at $90. So what's 9 times 9? 81. So is that 81? If you do 900,000 at $90, what is that? $81 million? Something like that? $81 million? It's a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money. So they're going to make the guarantee. That's their guarantee. And when you're guaranteeing it, you're saying this is the least amount you're going to make. It doesn't mean it's the most. And honestly, they're probably going to have to get to a certain threshold for him to get paid above his guarantee. So More than likely, they can pay that money because they're going to do because they probably feel comfortable they can do 900,000 pay-per-views in the U.S. and they probably feel that there are 800,000 pay-per-views in the U.S. and they probably feel comfortable that they can do a lot of pay-per-views in Mexico. And as a result, that the money's there. I would say, man, then when people continue to do the same thing over and over, hey, no worry, Terry Schmoot, I know what you meant. Are you mad that Gary Russell won't get a rematch? Because I think he got done dirty. Manuel Estevez, I think Mark Maxillo's promoter said he deserves a rematch. But I don't know if I'm mad, bro. I think he probably needs time to heal his shoulder. Somebody did show me where a punch connected, but it doesn't mean that he wasn't injured before that punch connected. He hit him on the shoulder where he had an injured shoulder, and it hurt a lot because he had an injured shoulder. That doesn't mean that shoulder wasn't injured coming in because he hit him on the shoulder and it aggravated an injury. You know what I mean? Y'all some funny with that logic y'all use. For 9, in Mexico, the fights are free on Azteca, I believe. I don't know. Nah, my understanding was that that there was something in Mexico when he got the TV rights. Maybe the TV rights, not the pay-per-view rights. Maybe the television rights. If it's not the pay-per-view, then maybe it's the television rights. But whatever it is, even if it's on free TV, they got to pay for it. You know what I mean? If they don't have pay-per-view, that's cool. But if they air the fight, they got to pay for it. So more than likely, they're going to get a fee. They're going to get a fee. Whatever they charge them for that fight. Whoever the advertisers are on that fight, they still got to pay for the fight. There's free fights on Fox, but the fight's not free to the network. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, Canelo Alvarez fought on DAZN, and that wasn't pay-per-view, and they still had to pay a lot of money for the fight. So if it's not pay-per-view, then whatever it is, whatever amount of money that they're going to pay, the advertisers are going to pay. It's free for it's free for the customer, but it doesn't mean it's free. It's not a free fight to him though. He's going to get paid something for that. Yeah, I need to get a Mexican stream, huh? Yeah, there you go. Manuel Estevez, thank you. That's what I meant. But whatever it is, if they pay big enough a fee for the fight, you know what I mean? They may, who knows? They may pay $30 million to air the fight for free, right? They may pay a lot of money. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I'm telling you, what I'm saying is that if they're paying the money, it's because they believe that they're going to make money. They're not going to do that to lose money. You know what I mean? And the thing with Canelo, with Terrence Crawford, if Terrence Crawford was pulling in those type of numbers to support that, hey, Canelo, man, let me tell you something, man. The PBC made Canelo. Big Money Texas, the PBC made Canelo. Canelo saving PBC once again? Nah, bro. That is a business partnership, man. And Canelo was working with the PBC before. Canelo saving them. They're making money together. I know you don't like that. You know, kind of how like they work with Manny Pacquiao, right? And how they work with Floyd Mayweather, and how they working with Canelo Alvarez again. They work with the big fights, man. They're making Canelo big again, man. They're helping Canelo out, giving Canelo exposure. Canelo ain't sitting over there. Canelo's not sitting over there on DAZN with nobody watching his fights, getting big payday, but nobody caring about the fights he's making, man. It's helping Canelo get his all-time greatness going on. Because if he takes this fight and beats Jermall Charlo, hey, man, ain't a lot more you can say that, bro. Nah, I'm trying to tell you. No, it is true. What fights did he fight on, homie? What fights did he fight on when he was coming up? Who did he fight for? Who was he fighting on when he fought Mayweather? When he fought Cotto? When he fought Shane Mosley? When he fought Lara? When he fought Trout? All of those fights were on Showtime. He did not go over to HBO until after the Mayweather fight. He got big on Showtime. And last time I checked, homie, Showtime's been working with the PBC for a very long time, homie. He fought on Mayweather's undercards. That is the same crew of people that are with the PBC and Showtime right now. Learn your history, homie. Learn your history, homie. Sorry. Canelo got big on Showtime. Then he went over to HBO. If it wasn't for Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Floyd Mayweather Jr. working with Oscar De La Hoya when they had that partnership, y'all might not be talking about Canelo Alvarez, man. Canelo Alvarez might just be some Mexican star, some low-level Mexican star. No, high-level Mexican star. But nah, man, he got big fighting Floyd Mayweather Jr. How can you possibly say that the PBC, that at least Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't make that dude big? Floyd Mayweather and those guys in Showtime made that guy big in the United States and put him in there with a bunch of fighters. Now, at the time, it was a partnership between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Oscar De La Hoya, but that's a fact, bro. You can live it up all you want, bro. Sorry, it's true. Canelo's just going back home to where he started without Oscar De La Hoya. You got to understand, bro. Canelo Alvarez was signed. What's going on, Melvin? Fitting. Canelo Alvarez was signed to Oscar De La Hoya just like Deontay Wilder was. He was signed to Golden Boy like Deontay Wilder was, like Keith Thurman was, like Sean Porter was, like all of those guys in the PBC right now. I think it was a little bit before Errol Spence came out. All of those guys were signed over there to Al Haymon, the managerial contracts. The only difference with Canelo is Canelo was fighting on the same network, fighting the same people. That's why people have been saying make the Charlo fight for so long, because Charlo and him were on the same side of the street, just like they are now. And I was holding out hope, and I'm telling you, man, if he beats Jermall Charlo, I'm going to be very positive about Canelo Alvarez, with the exception of that doping, because it's tough to defend the doping, but if it goes long enough, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, there you go. That's your lessons, bro. Sorry about that. I got to roll down to the end. Hey, man, my man, Freddie Jimenez, if I misreading your comment, my bad. I moved down to the end of the chat, man. So if y'all just got y'all's chat miss, put your chat back in. And also, thank you guys so much for everybody that supports in the super chat and everybody that supports in the Cash App. Appreciate y'all keeping color coming across this board. It's very, very important to the channel, and it is greatly appreciated, bro. Thank you so much, man. A-Town said, Fanon, Spence early fights were Golden Boy. There you go. If Spence early fights were Golden Boy, that shows you the same thing. It literally is the same. It's the same situation, bro. You know what I mean? You guys don't know what you're talking about. But that's all right. You guys are new to boxing. Keep coming to the channel, homie. Keep coming. Put a super chat in there, though, because you guys need to keep coming to the channel. Keep learning this good boxing, this recent boxing history, man. Because I'm telling you, we know what we're talking about here, dog. We know what we're talking about over here, brother. People be talking crazy. Yeah, dude, Canelo got big because of Mayweather, man. And y'all don't like giving the PBC any credit, bro. They don't like, for example, Manny Pacquiao's PBC, baby. You don't like it, man, but Manny Pacquiao is PBC. Manny Pacquiao ended his career a PBC fighter with an advisory deal with Al Haymon. So, dog, Al's the biggest dude in boxing, bro. Y'all hate it. I may diss on Al Haymon every once in a while. Just try to keep things in check, because I know, it is what it is. He don't make all the moves I like, but he's doing his thing, bro. Mustafa Malik in the building. High chance Canelo signs a 2-fight deal, $80 million with DAZN. Low chance. Low chance. Why would he do that? That'd be dumb. That would be dumb. Much love in that super chat. First of all, let me explain to you how many different ways that would be dumb. All right? Number one, that deal is going to be there after a $50 million deal with Jermall Charlo. With an upside. Okay? Because that thing has an upside. DAZN has no upside. And they want 2 fights. Canelo said he doesn't want to fight 2-fight deals. What happened, Eddie? What happened, Eddie? Eddie Hearn was all in the press talking about how dumb it would be. Now watch this. It's dumb by Eddie Hearn's own logic. Because Eddie Hearn said the reason why, you remember originally when Canelo was negotiating to fight with Caleb Plant, it looked for a minute like the fight wasn't going to happen. Eddie Hearn said the reason why it's not going through is because they want a 2-fight deal. They want a 2-fight deal with for Canelo to sign for 2 fights. The PBC came out and said that's not true. It's a 1-fight deal. That's all we're asking him for is a 1-fight deal. Not true that we're asking him for a 2-fight deal. Now, why would Eddie say that that's stupid? Eddie said, look, man, you just told Canelo in the press, look, man, you just became a free agent. Why would you sign a 2-fight deal if you're a free agent? Now you're signed up for 2 fights. What happens if something happens with Gennady Golovkin and you're signed up for 2 fights? What happens then? You got to fight somebody else and then you'll get a 3rd fight, right? So that's one angle. The fact that Eddie Hearn himself said that was silly. Number 2, if you can get a 1-fight deal for $50 million and be good, you can get that 2-fight deal if you want it after that, which means you get 50, then you get the 240s. Why would you do that? Or you get 50 and you tell them, dude, I don't want a 2-fight deal. Give me that one. Or you tell Gennady Golovkin, come on over here and fight me on Showtime so I can get a guy. But here's something else. Canelo Alvarez also said he don't want the Gennady Golovkin fight. He's already fought him 2 times. And Gennady Golovkin is not, there's nothing in him fighting Gennady Golovkin. Dude, Gennady Golovkin ain't had a legitimate fight in 3 years. Very inactive fighter right now. And Bivol, why would he want to fight Bivol? And then, first of all, Bivol's at 175 and Gennady Golovkin's at 160. Those weights don't even match. He's going to go to 175 and he's going to drop down to what? To 168 to meet Gennady Golovkin at 168? Nah, man, that don't make any sense, bro. I'm trying to tell you. That don't make sense. But if he does it, he's ducking. How you like that? He said, oh, Leon Muhammad said the Charlo fight won't happen. Hopefully he's wrong. Hey, man, yeah, hopefully he's wrong. I hope it'll happen. All praise the Honorable Al Haymon. Nah, it ain't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be like that, bro. Fanon, I'll send you the screenshots. Brian is the enemy. Who is Brian? What are you talking about? Overlord. I've never even seen you. Who is Brian? Brian, what it said? Brian, son of God, you asked the same questions 50 times. No one cares about that fight. If Fanon hasn't answered it, it means he doesn't care. I haven't seen Brian, son of God. I just haven't seen it, dude. I already told you. If you don't have your comment near the end of the comment section, you got to move it down and say it again. That's all it is, bro. If I get a super chat, I got to move down and get the super chat. All right, I read people's comments, but the people that support the channel in the Cash Apps and in the super chats, those are the ones whose comments I've got to make sure I read. So I've got to stay down close to the end of the chat. If Brian, son of God, he said, I know he's talking about you. I've seen you a bunch of times. Answer your question, bro. Mustafa Malik said, Fanon, why are you always back in the PBC? They are one of the poor promoters in the game. For example, Gary Russell. I don't always support the PBC. I don't. And I judge everybody by what they're doing in a particular instance. That's what I do. I say, oh, this is what is happening, and I give you my opinion about that instance. So take for example, what you're saying. I already said I thought Al Haymon and those guys were screwing Gary Russell Jr. I already said that. I already said I thought they were screwing him. I was very clear about it. I think they're screwing Gary Russell Jr. However, at the same time, I will tell you that I think that overall, I love what they do for boxing. I love it because they make a lot of really good fights. I do, and their fighters get paid, and they got some of the best fighters in boxing. You know, I love it. You know what I mean? But when I give you my opinion, I'm giving you my opinion on any particular circumstance. I don't think, oh, I like Terrence Crawford. I like everything. Oh, I don't like Terrence Crawford in anything he does. You know what I mean? That's not the case, man. Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. I love what he does in the ring. Love it. I got nothing bad to say about what he does in the ring at all. What pops out of his mouth, I'm not always the best on. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, why would you say that? But at the same time, dude, I know he's a great fighter. Like Eddie Hearn. I'll use another example. Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is great for women's boxing. No joke. Great for women's boxing, man. I mean, like, that's one thing I will tell you about Eddie Hearn. I'm loving what he's doing with women's boxing. He really has made women's boxing exciting. In large part. This is the best I've ever seen women's boxing. And DAZN and Eddie Hearn and what's going on in women's boxing in the UK has a lot to do with that, man. I love the fact that Clarissa Shields signed with Sky, is fighting on Sky. Alyssa Bumgarner got a deal with Matchroom, is fighting over there in the UK. They're making Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. This is literally the best I've ever seen women's boxing, and it has a lot to do with Eddie Hearn and what Eddie Hearn and Matchroom is doing for women's boxing, and way more so than the PBC. Like, the PBC is doing nothing for women's boxing, like, that I can see. It's ESPN, or rather, Top Rank has been doing fair by women. The PBC, you can't tell me that they've really done anything for women, except for they were featuring, I'm sorry, let me take that back. Showtime was featuring Clarissa Shields, without a doubt. But the money over that they're putting into it is over there in the UK, and they're getting opportunity. They're giving women real chances to make millions of dollars boxing. I love that out of Eddie Hearn. But he ruined that Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua situation for sure, bro. Robin Soda said, good morning, brother. What are the chances of Canelo fights Charlo, then maybe Benavidez and Andrade? I don't think he's going to fight Demetrius Andrade because he thinks he's going to lose. I think he's going to lose. I think Canelo Alvarez fighting Charlo is like 80. I'm like 80% on it. I'm like 80% on it. Much love in that super chat, brother. 80%. I'm 80% on that. 80%. And the reason I'm 80% on it is because this is pretty much going the same way that the conversations about Caleb Plant went. They were going to sign, and then people said, oh, the fight fell apart. The negotiations went on, and eventually he came back, and they agreed to the fight, right? Also, dude, Canelo just did really good business with the PBC, and he said he enjoyed working with Al Haymon. He was like, I enjoyed working with Al Haymon. So he trusts Al Haymon. And if Al Heyman's giving him a good fight, and I believe he'll take it. As far as that Makabu fight and all of that, who knows, man, what's going on in Canelo Alvarez's head? Because I think that was announced by Eddie Reynoso. You know what I mean? Quincy Carter, why would PBC F over Gary? I don't know. I can't tell you the why of it. I can tell you the how of it. The man only got one fight a year, bro. And I've heard certain things that I'm not going to share. I've heard some things that I'm not going to share. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like he's let me put it this way. He is from Harvard. He is from Harvard. Brian, son of God, I only ask your thoughts on Sergio's fight. That's it. I don't know what you mean. Sergio who? Martinez? I don't know. I don't really even think about it, man. Hey, Brian, son of God, don't worry about these dudes, man. I see your questions all the time. Don't worry about that, dude. And they're not going to screenshot you. No doubt. I'm not mean to diss, dude. You can show me. I don't care what Brian, son of God, says on other people's chats. I'm going to tell you flat out. I do not care. I don't believe in that, man. I am not monogamous. You do not have to be. You support the channel, bro. That's all I ask, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. And I do appreciate. And Brian, son of God, supports the channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care if he can say whatever he wants over on other people's chats. I do not care. You can save that drama, bro. You know what I mean? Ain't no snitches. I don't care about I'm not somebody to snitch from, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fanon, I'm waiting for the Super Troll to rise his head this morning because he's coming. Oh, you know it. You know what I'm saying? Says, show me, brother, so me, show me. Hey, man, dude, don't worry about that garbage, man. I know what that is, man. I know what that is. And leave it alone. I do not care. Dude, seriously, you could say Fanon is a bitch. I can't stand him. He's ignorant. He's stupid. You can say all that crap somewhere else, man. I don't care. Like, really, I do not care, man. You're not going to get me mad at somebody and throwing them out because of something they said somewhere else. I don't care. For real, bro. I want to just talk about boxing right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to talk boxing right here, man. During this time of the day, that's all I care about. Anyway, Kevin Faulkner, I agree. Russell needed to fight more. He never let anybody get behind him because he would disappear for over a year. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I can't tell you the why of it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I will tell you this, something I believe, coming out in African garb and all that, dogs, that I think that rubs cats the wrong way. And I'm going to tell you why I think it rubs the wrong way more than anybody else. I think it rubs black people the wrong way. Telling you. I don't think certain black people like that. Not Harvard type of dudes. Let me put it that way. Not Harvard, typically speaking. Not guys that make their name and got off because they're from Harvard and they wear suit and ties. Dude, that's not their style, bro. I'm telling you, it's not their style. And they honestly believe that will prevent you from crossing over and being able to sell to everybody else. So the fact that Gary Russell Jr. was so pro-African and comes in with the onks and all of that stuff, dude, I'm telling you, that stuff will work against you with certain people, man. You know, certain types of people. And there's no reason for me to believe that Al Haymon's not that type of guy. Because he fits the profile of the type of guy that would say, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. That's going to drag you down. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to make money, bro. Anyway. Yeah, Scantrat said Wilder's pro-African too. Yeah, man, but guess what? Guess what Wilder is? Wilder is a highlight reel. Gary Russell's not a highlight reel. And I don't think it's that exclusively. But Gary Russell's a featherweight, bro. He's a featherweight and he's not a big draw. Like, he's not Deontay Wilder, you know? But Deontay Wilder didn't get big fights and all that stuff for a long time. He had to make it his way, bro. And by the way, he didn't get that. There are some fights that he didn't get. Deontay Wilder did not get that fight against that WBA fight against what's his name? Charles Martin didn't get that fight. I'm just trying to say, bro, that's what I don't have any information to that end, but I'm just telling you how those cats think, bro. I've done business with cat dog. I've done business and been around cats from Harvard. Dude, they're not typically speaking. They're not like cats from HBCUs, dude. They're just not, man. Those guys are if they're real, and they're very, very good businessmen, very, very intelligent people. But I'm telling you, certain things rub them the wrong way, homie. You know, and I can't say I know that about him. You know what I mean? I can't. But on the real, some people don't like that, man. You know, Freddie Jimenez, not to change the subject, Martin. What's the deal with Devin and Gary Antoine Russell? They talking and ain't gonna be fighting. That's what the deal is. They talking and they ain't gonna be fighting. Gary Antoine Russell told, I'm gonna hurt you. Bring your soft punching ass up here and I'm gonna hurt you. Come on, man. Nah, they don't want that, dog. Hey, man, they need to keep that. That would be silly for them to make that fight. That's silly to make that fight. No joke. Silly to make that fight. That's not a good look for Devin, I'm telling you. That's not a good look for Devin. First of all, he got every chance in the world of losing that fight. That boy is big. That boy is very, very sharp. That dude, he's a southpaw. I believe he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw, which I'm telling you makes all of what Devin does a lot more difficult. He's not going to be pot-shotting that kid, man. That is a tough fight for him, man. Now, he may be able to win it, but I would say, you know, I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. But I will tell you this, right? I'll tell you this. That was some bad news came out of the camp. Did you guys see the video I did where Eddie Hearn said that Devin Haney needs to take a pay cut to fight George Kambosos? I'm telling you right now, that's a bad sign. Dev better get his business in order. Get your business in order. When they start talking about pay cuts to get your biggest fight and you got to take a pay cut, hey, Devin's taller. He's just not bigger. I'm telling you, that kid is not. I'm telling you right now. If Devin Haney and Gary Russell Jr. are the same size, give me Gary Russell Jr. Okay? If Gary Russell and Devin Haney are the same size, give me Gary Russell Jr. Dude, they do not want that kid. I'm telling you. That kid is very, very sharp. Very sharp. Pinpoint sharp. I wouldn't play with that dude, man. I wouldn't play. I'm just trying to tell you, bro, when that contract's up, when Devin Haney's contract has been satisfied, he's going to be asked to take a pay cut. No joke. And it's going to get tougher because he got that deal. He got that deal early on, bro. He got that deal early on and when they were giving all that money away. I'm telling you, man, I hope he didn't burn them bridges at the PBC because he does need to go over there. He does. Devin is taller. It don't matter to me, man. I'm telling you, it don't matter. Doesn't matter, bro. He said arms longer. He's just smaller. Look, let me tell you, man. Let me see. Let me check something. Hey, y'all hit that like button. Y'all are being cheap on the likes, man. Y'all being cheaps on the likes, man. And by the way, make sure if you guys are going to be wagering this weekend, make sure you go to busr.ag/Fanon and make sure you guys wager over there on busr.ag. Use /Fanon. Use the promotional code Fanon to get for your $10 deposit to get more money. Make sure you guys go do that, man. Support the sponsor. Justin Hawkins said Devin's contract is up. When did it get up, Justin Hawkins? When did it get up? Dog, let me tell you, Devin Haney is a network free agent in this regard. If according to his father, because I listened very carefully to these terms, what Devin Haney is, if he's still under any type of contractual agreement with the PBC, with Matchroom, is that he gets to fight somebody else if they offer him more money. If somebody offers him a better deal to go to another network, he can take it. That's what he means by he's a free agent. He's not completely free. They have what you call, what is it? Man, I haven't written one of these so long. What do you call it? He has they have a right of first refusal with him. A right of first refusal, which means that if Devin goes out and gets an offer from somebody for, I don't know, $10 million for a fight, and then he comes back to Eddie Hearn and says, look, I got a $10 million for a fight. Can you match this? And they say, yeah, I'll give you $10 million in one. In that case, he's got to fight with Matchroom. That's what you call a right of first refusal, which means before he can sign, they have to refuse to pay more, right? So you can't get out unless they got the right to match it or do better than them. That's what my understanding is, that they have a right to first refusal. And that is not a free agent, bro. That's different. Technically speaking, in the operations of that's different. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to you. Because sometimes that stuff can get, I told you, what is that? Eddie gets to match, not the other way around. Dog, if they up, he's got to go up. If they up, he got to go up. If he makes another offer to him that's higher, then Eddie got to match. They can put him into a bid. Depends on the writing. It depends on how it's written, though. You got to literally read it. You got to actually read it to know. Manuel Steph in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support, man. He said, oh, yeah, I forgot to thank you for the hookup. made good money with BUSR. That's what's up, bro. I'm trying to tell you, and you're in the United States, and you can bet and get paid out in cash. That's what you do. I'm telling you, man. Man, he's not trying to fight Tank. I never even heard them serious about making a Tank fight. But anyway, the Canelo, hey, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button, and thank you to everybody that supports in the Super Chat and in the Cash App at Fanon INT. This is a preferred method right here, is the Cash App, because most of it goes to the channel. Thank you guys so much for your support, bro. Giovanni Walker said, one thing about the PBC in boxing, if you are a boxing fan, you've seen boxers after a fight, they would always say, thank God, and would like to thank Al Haymon. If not, don't watch boxing. Yeah, they definitely support him after that, man. They like Al Haymon. They like Al Haymon, man. I'm telling you. Because Al Haymon teaches you how to make good money. That's what my understanding is. That he's like, hey, I'm going to put you in a situation where you're going to be wealthy for the rest of your life. You know? And that's what's up, man. Frank Martin, Brandon Lee, who you got? I don't know, man. I got to see more of both of them. I got to see more of both of them, bro. I got to see more of both of them. T.Y. said Al the boss. Yeah, man, I like him, man. I'm a fan of him, dude. No joke. As a businessman, I'm a fan of Al Haymon. You know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz named his son Al. Like, hey, man, we about to get paid. Yeah, that works, bro. He's got a nice system. He really does. He really has a nice system, and that's why I didn't have anybody leave him. You know what I mean? Angel Garcia loves Al Haymon. Yeah, man, a lot of those guys do, bro. KB said, Fanon, yesterday you said that Gary didn't get the fights because fighters ducked him. Now you talking about African attire. What's that about? Dummy, think. I'm not gonna think for you, bro. I'm not gonna think for you, dummy. KB, think. Spend a couple seconds and think. First of all, I said I don't know why the PBC is treating him like that. That's one issue totally. It's a completely secondary issue why Leo Santa Cruz won't give him a voluntary, and why all these guys got into the weight class and never even mentioned his name. It's called two different subject matters, bro. There's more than one reason for something. If a tree falls, the tree could have been rotting and it could have got hit by a car. Doesn't have to be one reason, does it? Somebody could get cancer because they're a cigarette smoker and because they have a genetic predeterminate for it. Doesn't have to be either way, bro. It's not one or the other thing. Sorry for calling you a dummy, but you try to set me up in these silly ass traps. Yes, those guys ducked Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. called out fights for Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz said his daddy didn't even know who he was. Acted like he was unimportant. What you want me to say? That's a duck. Which one is it? Nice try though, bro. It can be both. You ever think of that? And it could be that Gary could also have a contributing factor that Gary's difficult to negotiate with. It could be a lot of things. Gary could be difficult to negotiate, which could keep Al Haymon, who already may not like him because he's too African for his taste. And I told you, I don't have anything that I know to prove that. I'm just telling you based off some general experience that I've had with cats that are Ivy League type of people. They wear shirts and ties. They ain't got problem with black people by and large. But dude, they have a tendency to look down on people that act like that because they're snotty. They're Ivy League cats. A certain amount of snottiness comes from that environment, man. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, bro. Just what it is. But like I said, I've never met Al Haymon. I don't know that to be true of him. But you can literally have two different reasons for the same thing. Anyway, I heard Floyd is talking about talking on the top of the welterweights not happening. If he wants it to happen, it'll happen. I'm telling you right now. If he wants that to happen, it will happen. No doubt. Just curious for 9. I contribute a lot of good questions and conversations. We both black. No need to call me a dummy for asking me an honest question. That wasn't an honest question, KB. That was not an honest question. It was a sarcastic question. You said it was this before. Now you're saying it this. What's up with that? You're saying that I'm contradicting myself. It's not an honest question, bro. The tone of your question was not honest. It was very sarcastic. That's how your note came across. So I gave you a sarcastic answer to a sarcastic question. Bro, you weren't that subtle, bro. That was not subtle. If you thought it was subtle, it wasn't. Okay? You thought it was subtle, it was not. You said yesterday it was this. Today you're saying this, you're saying something else. So which one is it? And I'm telling you, it's both. There you go. Anyway. No, don't apologize then, but you know that's what you were doing, bro. Don't act slick like that wasn't what you were doing. That's exactly what you were doing. But it is what it is. I'm not going to throw you out for it. But if you get sarcastic, I can don't be offended if I give you a sarcastic answer back. Kevin Faulkner, what's interesting is Gary Russell Jr. fought 2 to 3 times a year before he lost Loma, then 1 fight a year. Leo definitely ducked him. Abner talked about fighting, but it never materialized. Yeah, man, dude, I'm telling you, there's something to that, man. You know what I mean? Say KB trying to be slick. Yeah, no, you trying to be, dude, people know when you're trying to be slick now. You know what I'm saying? You literally said, I said that now I'm changing, that you can't, which one should I believe? What you said yesterday or today? Because you're saying 2 different things. Anyway, A1 Hoops in the building, man. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much, man. That's big support. He says, salute kings and queens in the chat. Fanan serving up facts for breakfast this morning. Let's get it. I put up my first video yesterday, something quick. This is Emmanuel H, by the way. Absolutely, man. I know it's Emmanuel H, big banger out there, man. Make sure y'all support that dude over by his channel. Check out that new on Hoops. Check my man out there on A1 Hoop Zone. Thank you so much. But anyway, yeah, I don't get a problem. I mean, you can be smart alecky with me. I'll be smart alecky back, though. You got to be, it's what it is, man. Rubik's Cubio said, no one ducks anyone, in my opinion. It's all business. Timing is everyone. Boxers risk so much in the ring. Let decide who they want to. I don't know, man. There's some people that definitely duck now. There's some surefire ducks out there now. Surefire ducks. Surefire ducks that take place. Why they duck them, that's up for debate. But there's definitely some ducks going on in boxing, man. You know what I mean? Definitely some ducks. Ryan Garcia definitely ducked Devin Haney. When he didn't take that mandatory for that belt, decided to fight somebody else, definitely I think he ducked him. That's the one guy I'm like, nah, you ducked. Because you wouldn't fight that guy. You didn't want to fight him for that in that situation. That's a duck. I believe it. Anyway, because they're both on the same, they both fight on the zone. So there's no network issue there. They literally both fight for the zone. They're both paid out of the same budget. You know what I mean? So there is no reason for that one. You know what I mean? Lomachenko, I think it's fair to call that a duck. I think it's fair to call that a duck. But I put that more on, I definitely put that on Bob Arum, though. Bob Arum ain't giving Devin Haney no fights, man. Like, he ain't giving him no fights, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the franchise belt, see, the franchise belt is a duck. I agree with that. It is a way to duck, for sure. You know what I mean? It's a way to duck for sure. But I do believe that Bob Arum asked for that franchise, to ask for him to be franchised. I do believe that was Bob Arum's move. Just like I think that it's Eddie Hearn's move, by and large, for Anthony Joshua to duck Deontay Wilder. Because he ducked Deontay Wilder, no joke. And we all saw why later on, when he got knocked out, bro. Risby, please don't joke about stuff like that, man. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that, homie. Risby, I'm going to get rid of that comment. Please do not bring that bad juju on fighters. It's not necessary. Okay? I don't dislike any fighter bad enough to say that. Chris McClain said, biggest duck I've seen was Anthony Joshua not taking the $50 million for Wilder. Yeah, dog, Chris McClain in that super chat, brother. Thank you for keeping color in the chat. It's appreciated, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that was a huge duck. No joke, bro. That was a gigantic duck, without a doubt, man. Mikey should have fought Crawford. Nah, Mikey didn't duck Crawford. Mikey was never in the same weight class at the same time as Terrence Crawford. However, I will say this, that Mikey was definitely at Top Rank early at the same time, and Mikey was getting promoted way more heavily than Terrence Crawford was. You know? So that's another example that I should be recalling when we talk about people that Top Rank promoted over Terrence Crawford, man. Because for Terrence Crawford's skill set, dude, he really should be a huge star, man. He really should be. Because if he was somebody else, he would be. I really believe that, dude. They could have made him, they could have worked around all of those issues if they wanted. If they, at any point, if at a point in the time in their career, they really thought that this is the guy we're going to get behind and we're going to make big, I do believe that they could have done that for Terrence Crawford. Because they tried to do it for Mikey. I remember with Mikey, how they were pressing on Mikey, how they pressed on Teofimo Lopez, how they pressed on Lomachenko. It's just not the same feeling that they ever had for Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence Crawford is like Gary Russell to the PBC. I don't know what it is, but PBC was never going, they never went all out for him, man. Doesn't seem, they didn't go all the way out for him because they never got him any of the good fights, man. You know what I mean? Never gave him any of the good fights. The highlight said, Canelo ain't fighting any dangerous opponents recently, like Dante said, pound for pound, king of Europe. That's funny. He is pound for pound, king of Europe. That's funny. I didn't hear that, but that's funny. No joke. But I think he'll get back to it. I hope he does, man. Powerhouse Watson said, I bet Crawford feel like Kodak Black. We could have been superstars. What? I thought Kodak Black was a superstar. Man, he is hard on the eyes, bro. But Kodak, and I don't get why people like, man, anyway, I don't want to get on that. I don't want to get on that dude, bro. Stop, dog, don't do that to him, man. That honestly, man, I think he's got one of the best channels, bro. No joke. No joke. I think he's got one, absolutely think he's got one of the best channels. Dante, that dude knows his boxing, man. And his great presentation, all of that. Really. If I had the time to listen to a lot of channels other than the couple that I listen to, I would listen to him. No joke. That dude knows his stuff. It's been good for a very, very long time, bro. Anyway, it's a song made by the Super Gremlin. What is that? Super Gremlin? Let's be honest, Fanon. When Gary fought Loma in the Punch Bowl, there was no one there. Why would I have to be honest about that? I didn't say he was a huge draw. I never said that about Gary. And Lomachenko isn't either. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt. That was very early in both of their careers. You know what I mean? But Gary was getting good press originally. They were selling Gary to begin with, but then he just started getting inactive, man. Hey, Dave, y'all, hey, give me a minute, man. I'll be right back. I got to take about a 30-second break. I'll be right back. Oh, I want to be right back, but I can't be right back because this will not allow me to pause the camera. What is going on with my computer, bro? I literally cannot do it. Hell, man. This is such funny business, bro. With this camera, man. With this thing. Such funny business. Now this thing is just spinning. Hold on one second. Let me shut something out. Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Why are you doing this? Can't even do it. Literally cannot do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Hold on one second. I got to do something. I'll be right back. Did not work. Sorry, we'll just go through it. Anyway, George Sanchez said payday. Of course it's a payday, man. Why wouldn't he want to get a payday, bro? What's it that? Of course he wants a payday. Of course he wants a payday. Of course he wants a payday. Do. Yeah, I can't share screen. I can't do anything on this with this. Oh, no, I can't. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. We back. All right, A1 zone, you can do that about 2 more times. After that, it's kind of spamming. A1. And I appreciate you, Emmanuel. Put about 2 more in there of the links, and then after that, let's chill on the links for a second, bro. A1, just subscribe, brother. Yeah, make sure y'all all go to those links he's putting in there. For sure. Everybody hit the like so for now I can get his payday. Hey, Rick Sanchez, get out and go to work so you can get your payday. Hey, get out so you can go get your payday. Fuck out of here, man. What are you talking about, man? T. Sands said Mayweather went for Oscar for the payday and knew how to capitalize after the win. Exactly, bro. He said, take your Rick Sanchez, go back to go to work and get a payday. You know what I'm saying? Man, go away, bro. You're amazing, bro. Y'all crack on cats for some real silly reasons. LeVar Aiken said, when fighters say somebody wants a payday, it means they're scared to fight that person. Honestly, man, when they say that, it just to me sounds like, dude, it sounds like static to me. Like, how are you? Everybody in this country needs a payday, man. How many people in this world do not need paydays? If you're not already mega wealthy, dude, that is insulting to people, bro. That's one thing I don't like about Canelo. You just say, oh, we just know what you just want. We just want payday, like he's a peasant or something. Dude, these cats that are working with these guys watch your fights need a payday. There's nothing wrong with being compensated for your time, man. Nobody asked for a capitalistic world, okay? You're born into it, dude. It ain't your fault. It's the rules, okay? Everybody gets paid to do something. Everybody. And for somebody to be a clown, oh my God, you're getting paid for doing something. So are you. What are you talking about? So are you. What are you doing that you don't If you don't, you ain't got no money, then you definitely need to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man. Hey, no, you're dude, bro. Hey, dude. Key, you can do it, A1 Hoops. Don't worry about it. Said, my Brad, I only intended to do it twice over. I'm paying with my 10-month-old. He smacked my phone. I sent the link. It was, no, dude, don't worry about that, man. Do not worry about it. You put your link in there. Matter of fact, put another link in there, bro. You support the channel, bro. Ain't no, he said, real talk for now. I'm bringing out my brother. Yeah, dog, you mean shut up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the mentality of an idiot. You never why would you ever, somebody says, hey, man, support something that I'm doing, and you think there's something wrong with that? Dude, if food and housing and all that stuff was free, there wouldn't be a problem with it, dog. You know what I'm saying? But you want payday. Cornball. Anyway, Jermall Williams said, prize fighters fight for the money. What you want them to fight for, it's only ducking when it's obviously too high than what the fighter is worth. No doubt about it, bro. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But y'all kill me with that, man. A bunch of dudes that want paydays, complaining about people getting paydays. Kevin Faulkner said the Zone was offering Canelo paydays for sparring Rocky Fielding. Fielding wanted that payday. Of course, man, everybody wants a payday. We know what you just want. You just want payday. No, dude, I want to whoop you for payday. No, I wouldn't be fighting you. You're right. Hey, Canelo, you're a genius. I would not be sitting here asking to fight you if I didn't want to get paid. You are 100% right there, genius. So, you don't want payday when you asked for $40 million to fight him? Aren't you negotiating for your payday when you want $40 million guaranteed to fight Caleb Plant, a guy that you know you can beat, but you want $40 million for that? I'm asking for a lot less against a lot more difficult guy. So to me, it seems to me that you're the one looking for the bigger paydays, but that's all right. Hit that like button, man, and let me get a payday. I don't mind, man. You're bugging, dude. Anyway, Regio Montana said them fights are to stay active, sharp. I don't know why they get so much flack. Why? Who gets? Fanon sounds like saying Coco song, love it, the payday. I'm just trying to say, man, y'all make fun of people for really stupid things, bro. That's like what little kids do. You ever notice that? Like, little kids make fun of people for doing things that they have to do. Like, oh man, you have to go to the bathroom. Ha ha ha. Yeah, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Absolutely. I got a body and it functions that way. So do you. Don't you have to go to the bathroom at some point in time? Yeah, exactly, man. That's why you don't listen to people that are kids. You're not gonna yes, I use the bathroom, man. And I guarantee you, everybody in this chat uses the bathroom. That's it. It's in your house. It's in your apartment. It's there. Okay. So you're not making fun of me for doing something that you do. You know what I'm saying? You go to your boss and ask your boss for a raise, don't you? Don't you? If you don't get paid, you're like, man, I need my check, right? Stop it. Anyway, Giovanni said, I only meant, this is Giovanni, not Giovanni Walker. Okay, so we're going to keep that different. I mean, it only makes sense to get paid, but I feel what he's saying is stop chasing the biggest guy at the amount. There's plenty of fighters with Canelo's weight that haven't fought each other. No, dude, you're supposed to fight the champion. He's the big guy. That's the biggest challenge. There's no, dude, what's going on, Mark Booker? He is King KO. Like I say, you're back. He wants payday. Not from you. See you, King KO. Oh, no, Mark Booker. Hey, I missed King KO and got Mark Booker. Hold on one second, man. I clipped you on accident, Mark Booker. Somebody unhide Mark Booker. If you can get, because I'm not, hey, how come I can't unhide Mark Booker? All right, thank you, Malik. Yeah, I clipped him on accident. Hey, and somebody clipped King KO. Yeah, that's who I meant to get you, bro. I meant to clip you. Bye. Sorry, that's collateral damage, bro. Ricky Thompson, what's going on? Says, salute Fanon. I'm on blood pressure medicine. It's to save your life. Okay, thanks, man. Good knowing, bro. I appreciate that, man. I'm not sure why you're telling me that, but thanks for the comment. I have to take it, and it definitely is, but it's not helping. I don't know what it is. Well, it is. I guess it is helping. Who knows, man? It just probably fluctuates. But anyway, Rejo Montano said Canelo gets a lot of flack for taking easy fights to stay active. He's the last of a dying breed. Nobody will ever fight 4 times a year. Pay respect to that dedication. No, there are a lot of guys that fight 4 times a year, Reggio Montana. A lot of guys fight 4 times a year. They're called prospects. A lot of guys fight 4 times a year. A lot of guys will fight 4 guys that they know they can beat in a year. No doubt about it. Easy. People do it all the time, bro. Matter of fact, how many times did Jaron Ennis fight last year? Did he fight 2 or 3 times last year? I think Jaron Ennis might have fought 3 times last year, but let me check. How many times did Jaron Ennis fought at least twice? I think he might have got 3 in. Yeah, in 12 months, he got 3 in. In 12 months, he got 3 in, yeah. And actually, in 13 months, he got 4 in. Absolutely. He fought between roughly the same time, September of 2022 and October of between September of 20 and November of 2021, he fought 4 times. That's what prospects do when you're fighting guys that you know you can beat. Yeah, that's not an amount of dedication for him. It's because people will fight him for the money. They will fight him. They will give him fights. He fought 4 times in 12 months. Jaron Ennis fought 4 times in 13 months. Dude, he can get those fights. Other people can't get those fights. That is Canelo being able to get 4 fights in a year in 12 months is more related to his ability to have everybody want to fight him. Other guys can't get those championship fights because those guys are not going to fight him. Dude, that's not hating. It's the truth. You just said some stupidity like, imagine getting 4 belts in 12 months and still getting told you're not good. Nobody said he wasn't good. Did somebody say he wasn't good? Nobody said he wasn't good, man. Nobody has ever said he's not good. I'm not proving your point. I don't even know what your point is. What's your point, Reggio? And I'll let you know whether I'm proving it or not. You didn't make a point. You made a statement. He's dedicated. Okay, he's dedicated. He fought 4 times in a year. That means he's more dedicated to somebody that can't get a fight? How do you figure that? One of the fights he had was Yeldamir. He fought Yeldamir. He fought a bunch of dudes he was going to blow through. How is that dedication? What's your point, though? Let me know your point. If you make a point, you're saying he fights bums. I've never said he fought bums. And that does not mean he doesn't. Dude, you're an idiot. Goodbye. No. The fact that first of all, I didn't call them bums. I said that there were guys he could beat easily. Billy Joe Saunders isn't a bum. Callum Smith is not a bum. I didn't say they were bums. What I said was they were guys that he would beat easily. I say Canelo Alvarez will probably beat all of them. I don't have a problem with that. I never say Canelo Alvarez is not a good fighter at all. You're lying, or you're just guessing and thinking that because you're in your feelings. No, man. He is a very, very good fighter, bro. He's a very good fighter. That's why I want to see him fight Jermall Charlo. That's why I want to see him fight Demetrius Andrade. That's why I want to see him fight Beterbiev. But he's not fighting the best guys in his division, not even remotely. Callum Smith is not the best. There were a bunch of UK dudes, bro. Those are UK domestic level fighters. 3 of them. Yaldemir is a is a European domestic level fighter for sure. Callum Smith is a UK domestic level fighter. Has never beaten a top guy outside of the UK. Neither had Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders' best win is against Chris Eubank. Sid, Callum Smith's best win was against George Groves. Those were domestic level championships, and they were fighting a bunch of guys from the UK. All those guys fighting each other in the UK, and Canelo fought him. Dude, that's not a competition, bro. Those are not competitive fights, bro. What, 4 pages or what? Anyway, but Fanon, it was over 2 years. He only fought 2 times in 2021. Nah, but it's 12 months. They're talking about 12 months. I'm not going to argue with them saying 12 months. But it's not unusual for people to fight that often. They fight prospects. Prospects will do that. They will put them in with 4 guys. They will put them in. John Love, you're going to get thrown out. You say that. Leave me alone with that shit. Okay? And I really do mean it. John Love, get out. Goodbye. Leave me alone with that, bro. Yes, no different than any other troll. Get out of my face. Don't worry about me. Fanon, you just mentioned 2 guys out of his current weight class, but everyone says Canelo make fighters go up and down from their weight class. No, I never said that he makes people go up and down from their weight class. Canelo is going up and down from his weight class. I don't say they're making people go up and down. You know what I mean? Nah, dude, Floyd was never like this, Benjamin Newsom. AJ say, you got a new can for now? Pick looks good. Yeah, man, I got a new one. Yeah, dude, look. You guys that are Canelo Alvarez fans are trying to put words in people's mouths so you can make people so that you can disagree with other things that they say. I never said Canelo Alvarez was not a good fighter, bro. Never. Do you have Tarver in your top 10? Not remotely. I never said Canelo Alvarez was not a good fighter. He's a good fighter, without a doubt. May be the best fighter in boxing. Good argument can be made that he's the best fighter in boxing. Never said he wasn't a good fighter, man, at all. Okay? I'm saying I want to see him fight certain people. And on top of it, there's no excuse for him not. Jermall Charlo is a better fight than Caleb Plant. Jermall Charlo is a better fight than Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Yaldemir, Danny Jacobs, Makabu, all of them. All of them. It's a better fight. It's a more interesting fight for me. I mean, look, dude, somebody can say he's the best. I wouldn't argue. I don't think it's ridiculous to say that he's the best fighter in the world. That's not ridiculous, man. That guy can fight. He's a terrific fighter, Brad. No dope, no joke. And that's where I fall south. That's where I fall sideways, not south, excuse me. That's where I fall sideways of people that criticize Canelo too much. Canelo is not garbage, man. It's not garbage. That dude can fight. It's a very, very good fighter. He's not the best fighter I've ever seen. I don't think he's a better fighter than Terrence Crawford is. I think there are several people that got a chance to beat him. But it is what it is, man. He's not garbage. But if you you fake Canelo fans, if you say you want to fight him I want him to fight Charlo, you start running down a bunch of stuff that I never said. I never said any of the crap you keep pouring out your pie hole. You know what I mean? Anyway, Suleiman A.T. Ascar said, Andrade is saying he's moving to super middleweight to become Sal Canelo Alvarez mandatory for the WBO title. It won't matter, bro. He's still not going to get the fight. Canelo will drop the belt. You know, he'll just drop the belt. But at least that's the best he can do to get it, is to try to force it. You know, it's the best he can do to try to force it. But notice that the DAZN offer does not include Demetrius Andrade. It includes who are the 2 guys? I can't remember. Some Passover fight and Gennady Golovkin. I can't even remember. Was somebody named Alexander or something? and Gennady Golovkin. Crumb Snatcher said, I think he would beat Crawford. Yeah, because they're not in the same weight class. It's not, that's, I mean, dude, it'd be a good fight. No joke. That ain't easy, bro. If Canelo was, I'm gonna tell you this way, if Terrence Crawford was the same size as Canelo, give me Terrence Crawford over Canelo. If they're the same size, give me Terrence, man. No joke. Give me Terrence. Give me Terrence on that, man. And honestly, bro, I can't even see it, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't even see it. Hey, that man, they be pouring nonsense out of there, man. You're just hating on him. Man, stop. I'm not worshiping him is what I'm not doing. I'm not bowing down on the great, I'm not bowing down on to the throne of Canelo like you do. You know what I'm saying? You got one fighter that you know, and it's Canelo. And Canelo does no wrong. Oh my God, Canelo Alvarez fought 4 times in 12 months. Oh, have you ever seen that before? Yes, I've seen that before. Absolutely. Canelo can get whatever date he wants. And in fact, other people cannot even pick fights during the time that Canelo fights. If Canelo takes 4 fights in a year, you know what that means? That's 4 fight weekends that the other top fighters cannot fight unless they're on his undercard, because they're not going to go up against him the same day because he's the biggest guy, bro. Because he's the biggest guy. You know what I mean? What about Crawford Ennis? Very good fight, man. I don't know, man. That's good. I can't pick it right now. You screw around in 2 years, I think it'll be Ennis. But right now, I can't pick it. I can't call it. Close fight. Close fight. Because Jerron Ennis is like that. But Terrence Crawford is like that, and he ain't fallen off yet. However, I would suspect that hand speed of the speed and the pace of Jerron Ennis is going to cause him problems because of the pace. You know what I mean? Because of his pace. Mario W., he don't need to prove himself. He fought 4 times in a year. That means he's the greatest fighter in boxing. Why does he need to prove himself? He fought 4 times in 13 months. Right? That must mean he's the best. Because he beat 4 guys, because he fought 4 times in a month. Hey, you know what? Did you know George Foreman beat 8 guys in a night? Did you know that? He beat 8 guys in a night. Nah, not higher competition. About what and what? About what and what? About what and what? Not much different. Maybe a little higher. Not much. Trust me, not much. Not much. That competition level was not much higher, homie. Not much. Put it that way. Not much. A little higher, but not much. Mismatches, all of them. All of them were mismatches. Every last one of them were mismatches. All of them. Canelo fought 4 mismatches, and Ennis fought 4 mismatches. Nobody doubted for a second that he was going. What's going on, Monica? Oh, man, much love in that Cash App. Y'all showing the love. Thank you so much. Shame the haters, please. Arce in the building. Arce Boxing Life in the building. Much love in that super chat, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you so much, man. Appreciate you. So anyway, now, seriously, man, they were all mismatches. It ain't like, dude, it's not like if Terrence Crawford fought Errol Spence, Jerron Ennis, Jermall Charlo, and Demetrius Andrade all in a year. You know what I mean? That's what you're acting like. You're acting like Canelo was sitting at 154, and then he said, "Oh, let me fight Gennady Golovkin. Then I'm gonna fight Jermall Charlo. Then I'm gonna fight Demetrius Andrade. Then I'm gonna fight Bivol." You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna fight. Then I'm gonna fight Bivol. You know what I'm saying? Not even possible, bro. Not even possible. Manuel Stefan said, no one ever says anything about Shakur taking on the best people in his weight class since day one. I don't think he has done that, but it is what it is. 1993, James Toney fought 7 times, including Iran Barkley. I'm telling you, dude, Canelo Alvarez is a very, very, very good fighter, bro. Very, very, very good fighter, bro. Like saying, Muhammad Ali is the best because of his in-ring accomplishments. You cannot find anybody, tell me anybody that's beaten better fighters than Muhammad Ali. What's going on, 50 Bands? Tell me somebody that fought and beat better competition than Muhammad Ali. You're not going to be able to name it. Ever. Never. You're never going to be able to tell me somebody that has beat bigger odds than Muhammad Ali. No, Floyd, in no way. Not even close. Not even close. Not close. Ali literally beat every single top heavyweight from 1960 to 1980 with the exception of Larry Holmes. Other than that, he beat every top heavyweight from 1960 to 1980. Every one of them over a 20-year span. And to boot, he was a 1,000-to-1 underdog twice. Twice. And won. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has never, as long as I've known him to fight, ever been the underdog in a fight. Ever. I'm telling you, dude, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find it, bro. You're not going to find anybody that fought better and beat better competition than Ali did. Between Floyd Patterson, Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Kenny, God dog, man, I'm gonna forget that new. Ernie Shavers, Ken Norton. You're not gonna find it. He literally beat everybody, man. Nobody he ducked. The fact that he beat George Foreman and Sonny Liston beats, dude, that right there beats anybody. Anybody that Floyd Mayweather Jr. ever fought, let alone beat. You're never going to find it. Mike Tyson, nowhere near that, bro. Nope, I'm telling you. They don't fight like that anymore. They don't fight like that anymore, man. Seriously, dude, there was only one champion, number one, only one. So everybody during that time frame were all in the rankings. He beat all of those guys, all of the guys in the top in the ranking who now would have been champion. He was an undisputed champion for 20 years. Undisputed champion for 20 years. You guys think you can't find anybody right now that will defend an undisputed championship once. He defended an undisputed heavyweight championship 18 times. And he did it as a favorite, and he did it as an underdog. He lost to people and came back and beat them. Literally, there's nothing you can say, dude, about that dude, man. Really. You look at his record, there's nobody close to that, bro. Shut up, Mustafa, you're an idiot. He did not beat 18 current world champions. He beat 8. He beat 8. And there were 4 world champions at the time. Muhammad Ali was the only world champion. The only one. Floyd was never undisputed. Not one time in his career for a minute. He was never the undisputed champion. Never defended an undisputed championship. Ever. In his career. And he did not beat 18 world champions. currently reigning world champions. However, if you want to talk about how many world champions that Ali beat like that, then he beat 7 or 8 of them at heavyweight. Stop, bro. You're tripping. He didn't. You believe in that? You believe in that hype? Those guys were not current world champions when he did that. Mike Kirkland said, that's why I respect Ali so much, and nobody could put his lights out at heavyweight even when he was past his prime. Exactly. Much love in that super chat, bro. It's not, dude. He's in one weight class. One. He doesn't get to jump between weight classes and say, oh, I'm going to fight this guy. I'm going to fight that guy. I'm going to fight this guy. I'm going to fight that guy. He doesn't do that. He was the world champion, heavyweight world champion. He beat the number 1 contender. The top guy, number 1 contender. Fight him. Who's the number 1 contender? Fight him. He was fighting unification fights every fight by today's standards. The champions, man, this competition was just on another level, bro. You guys don't know what you're talking about with that. Seriously. Hey, Big Ho, Muhammad Ali beat his wives. Okay, yeah, okay. All right, man. You never heard that anywhere, ever. So what does it make Fury after he becomes Usyk? It doesn't make him anything. What do you mean? What does it make him? If he beat Usyk, he'd be an undisputed champion. Good job. He ain't gonna be no Ali. No chance. You know? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whatever. Nah, those are the guys my riches are slipping. Because I know I've had to clip a couple of these dudes. And y'all, Terry Schmoot, man, get on the job, man. These guys supposed to be getting up out of here, bro. Anyway, they also forgot Foreman was considered unbeatable, and so was Liston. These are Hall of Fame. These are Hall of Fame heavyweights, man. These are Hall of Fame heavyweights, bro. And it's the heavyweight division. This is what it is, bro. You can say what you want, but you can't say nothing bad about Ali's career. Literally, there's this dude, and I'll say his name. His name was Boxing Librarian. I haven't seen his channel in a while. I hope you're doing well. All of that good stuff. But what he used to do was came up with basically an algorithm for people's fights, right? They would look at the fighter, how many top fighters, who he fought, and who the people that he fought, right? All of that. Nobody came close to Ali in what he did. Nobody. Because he beat Archie Moore. The man literally beat Archie Moore. Archie Moore is a Hall of Famer, man. He beat Floyd Patterson. Dude, Floyd Patterson is a Hall of Famer, man. First ballot Hall of Famer. Sonny Liston, Hall of Famer. Dude, Joe Frazier, Hall of Famer. Ken Norton, Hall of Famer. George Foreman, Hall of Famer. George Foreman came back and won a title when he was 42 years old and knocked out Michael Moore when he was 40 and was competitive with Evander Holyfield. Sonny, and that's when the dude was 40-something years old. Ali beat him when Ali was over the hill and that dude was in his prime. I'm telling you, man, you guys are bugging on that dude. I'm telling you, that's why they call him, that's why he's the greatest. Floyd Mayweather's not fought that level of competition, man. He only fought one guy on the level of a George Foreman. One. And that's Manny Pacquiao. One. Nobody else. Manny the truth. If Hall of Famers don't mean anything, then don't tell me about secondary champions that will never get into the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much. If you don't want to count George Foreman, Joe Frazier, then shut up about Gennaro Hernandez and Jose Luis Castillo and Victor Ortiz and Robert the Ghost Guerrera and Sharmba Mitchell and Chop Corley. Okay? If you think that you're going to sit here and slip by Chop Corley and Ricky Hatton and not count George Foreman, shut up. You don't know boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Dude, stop. The man was the man, and it's what it is, and he literally fought everybody. There's nobody you can say that man did not fight. That's it. The only thing that you have on him is he didn't rematch George Foreman. That's it. He beat George Foreman, and he said, that's enough of that. He beat George Foreman and said, and knocked him out. And knocked him out. Does he have any upsets like that? Seriously. Does Floyd Mayweather have any upsets in his career like that? On par with either one of those fights? Where nobody thinks he can do something. And he does it. No, man, he doesn't. There was every single fight you knew what's going, except for Floyd, except for Manny. Except for Manny. That's it. Manny was the only guy that you guys ever saw that dude beat, maybe Oscar De La Hoya, where you thought that dude was going to lose that fight. But no, he never beat any young prime dude like that. No joke. Never did it. It's what it is. Chico Corrales is the only one. And honestly, Chico Corrales is like, yeah, okay. Chico Corrales. I knew he was going to beat Chico Corrales. That was trust me, that's oh my God, he's going to get killed against this guy. It was none of that, bro. Anyway, same Sugar Ray Leonard did Hagler. Yeah, I mean, Sugar Ray Leonard got a great career. I mean, don't get me wrong, Floyd got a great career. He got a great career. Definitely a great career. But y'all want to go for everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to make that dude more better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, no way. Stop. Anyway, Cotto and Shane was in the latter parts of their career. Yeah, it is what it is. He beat him, though. I think Sugar Ray Robinson is the only fighter that you can argue is better than Ali. And that's because Ali idolized him. I mean, dude, Sugar Ray Robinson, a beast. Sugar Ray Robinson was a beast, man. Honestly, man, the guy that you should be comparing Floyd to is Henry Armstrong. It's Henry Armstrong, you know? But he's a great fighter, man. I mean, just like I think Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. But it doesn't mean, you know what I mean? It just doesn't mean that he is, you know, that nobody else can be compared to him. That's just silly, bro. You're looking at you're looking at Floyd's bank account. If you're looking at his bank account, yeah, Sugar Ray Robinson couldn't touch him. Couldn't touch his bank account. Okay? No doubt. That don't mean he's a better fighter. They weren't paying those guys that much money back then. It's what it is. You know? You trying to make Ali look like he better than everybody, man? No, I'm not, G dummy. I am not trying to make him look like he's better than everybody. I'm telling you, he got a better career than Floyd. I didn't say anything about Sam Langford, did I? Did I? G-Code, who's Sam Langford? And I'll wait. Who's Sam Langford? Do you know who Sam Langford is? And I'm waiting, G-Code. See, I got something for you, bro. No. I said anybody that you've seen. I didn't say there wasn't somebody that you couldn't say was better than Ali. There is somebody. Absolutely is somebody. But you wouldn't be able to tell me why or why not. Would you? Who's Sam Langford? Go look him up. It's taking a second, isn't it? You don't know who he is, do you? Then shut up. Okay? You don't know him. I got you. I didn't say he was better than everybody. Didn't even bring in Samuel Edgar Langford. Yeah, dude. Career was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Crazy. However, never got a shot at the title, bro. Never got a shot at the title. Who are you talking to me? Are you talking to me, Malik Allen? Why am I yelling, though? Dude, this is how I talk, man. It's what it is, man. Anyway, I heard Floyd coming back to school Canelo again, man. Please. He ain't coming back against Canelo, man. Canelo up at 175, man. That's not what the report said. The report said what he was going to do is he was going to come back and he could beat top level guys. It didn't say anything about him fighting Canelo. Didn't. He said that fight the top guy. He could beat top guys, is what he said. He's not. Said no to caps. What is that? Oh, the caps. Okay. Cool. All right. Anyway, Jack Dempsey ran from Langford. He admitted it to the press. Yeah, because he couldn't beat him. He's like, he knew he couldn't beat him. And they didn't want to make that fight. G-Code, get out of here, buddy. You don't know. I'm not sensitive. I asked you. You insulted me, bro. That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion, G-Code. You said you're trying to make it look like Ali is better than everybody. That's a statement. That's not an opinion, homie. And you're being a hypocrite because you're turning around talking about my opinion. I asked you if you knew who Sam Langford was. Obviously, you did not. I just wanted to tell you. No, I do not say that Ali is better than everybody. I don't know if he is or if he's not. I will tell you this, though. He had a better career than Floyd Mayweather did. Without a doubt. Nobody is comparing anybody's career to Ali's. You just want your boy Floyd to be better than everybody, including heavyweights. And so, that's what just you want. Okay? But nah, man, Sam Langford, bro, was a beast, man. No joke. He's just a colors fighters champion. And they were the best heavyweights at the time. And they pretty much segregated them. So all of the top heavyweights had to fight each other, and Sam Langford beat all the top heavyweights a bunch of times. But Jack Johnson wouldn't fight him. Jack Johnson refused to fight him. Once he became the heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson wouldn't fight him. Jack Johnson beat Sam Langford early in his career. And Sam Langford was a guy that was a middleweight, beating heavyweights. So, who's the greatest fighter? I can't tell you, man. I don't know them all, but I have a suspicion it's probably Sam Langford. Probably, there's a very, very good chance it's Sam Langford or Sugar Ray Robinson. That's the best chances that I have is those two guys. It's either Sugar Ray Robinson or Sam Langford. Those are the guys that held the most respect in their respective generations. None of the top guys wanted to fight Sam Langford. And Sam Langford on top of that was fighting at a time where you really can't look at his record because he was throwing fights. He would throw a fight. So you got losses on some of those old school fighters' records that are just because they threw the fight. They went in there, weren't supposed to beat the guy, and they got their payday. They got their payday for throwing the fight. It's just it's very tough to compare the eras. But from the guys that I talk to or that I listen to that really do respect, like that really have the most understanding of boxing history, they point to two guys. Point to Sam Langford and they point to Sugar Ray Robinson. And Sam Langford, Sam Langford, then Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah. Because you got to see, Sam Langford was a middleweight, man. Sam Langford was like 5'6". He's a little guy, man, fighting heavyweights. He was barrel-chested, had very, very long arms. And could got on the inside of big guys who were 6'4", 6'5" guys and would beat them. Loved beating big guys. Yeah, absolutely, man. Sam Langford. So yeah, dude, but look, that's you actually have to be interested in boxing history. And I'm not telling you that I'm the best boxing historian in the world. I'm not. However, I am going to respect, dude, those guys that there's been professional boxing for several hundred years, man. All right. And if you're watching boxing for the last 10 years, you know, you can't say that you know, right? It's not honest to say it's not. Sam Langford beat more Hall of Famers because Harry Greb had 200 fights. What do you have? 260 fights? Something like that. You know what I mean? 260. Harry Greb had ridiculous numbers of chance. But I'm going to tell you, I think Harry Greb got beat by Sam Langford. I'm pretty sure. Let me check, because them records are so long, bro. Hold on. I'm pretty sure Sam Langford beat him, though. Harry Greb died. Sam Langford, 200. His record is 201, the Boston Bone Crusher. And I'm pretty sure he fought Harry Greb, bro. There's a lot of names in here, though, for me to go find that. Like Harry Wills, he beat Harry Wills. Young Peter Jackson. It's a lot of fights, bro. God, dog. It's a lot of fights. To try to be Harry Wills again. Harry Wills again. They had those dudes, and they fought each other a lot. But I can't see. I'm pretty sure he did, bro. I'm pretty sure he fought Harry Greb, because Harry Greb fought black fighters. Harry Greb fought. I'm positive Harry Greb. Sam McVeigh. Yeah, those are the heavyweights. Joe Jeanette. Yeah, those are the real classic dudes, bro. Yeah, he said, yeah, he did. Okay, cool. Kevin Faulkner said, check your Cash App. Yeah, bro. Oh, thank you, brother. My man, Kevin Faulkner said, for giving real fans a voice in boxing. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the support, brother. And How in the building. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much for the support, man. He said, yeah, he did. Yeah, so he beat that. So he fought Harry Greb, too. Yeah, so, I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm not hating on Floyd. It's like, come on, man. Dude, it's been 100 years. These guys were literally fighting 102 years ago. You know? Boxing's been around a lot of time. And so for him to say, and even for him to say he beat more world champions, like, dude, these guys only had one championship. They only had one world championship at the time. It's a false comparison, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, Brian, and by the way, that's why Floyd is so good. Don't lunch, because Floyd is connected to these guys. That's why Floyd is as good as you. The reason that Floyd is as good as Floyd is because he's connected to these guys that were fighting back then. He's trained by people who were trained by people who are those guys. He's getting trained out of Detroit, man. Sugar Ray Robinson's from Detroit. Joe Louis is from Detroit, which means Jack Blackburn. Jack Blackburn is from Detroit, was training in Detroit. Jack Blackburn was trained in fighting in the 1940s, which means he was getting trained by guys like Joe Gans and guys like that. Like, really, man, that stuff is all connected, bro. That's why that dude's that good. The skills that when you say how good skill-wise Floyd Mayweather is, dude, that's how those guys fought. He's skilled like they are. I mean, you got to understand where his ability, why there's so many good fighters that come out of that era, come out of that area. And like, for example, somebody was saying the other day, like how good fighters in Nova Scotia are. Dude, that's where Sam Lankford is from, Nova Scotia. Those guys are very, very skilled fighters, man, and been fighting and fighting in those areas for, dude, people have been fighting top-notch world-class fighters out of Detroit out of Michigan for over 100 years, man. Coming out of that same area that he trained in as a child, man. Those old school dudes learn from old school dudes. And those old school dudes learn from the other old school dudes. You know what I mean? And that's why you see him be so good. But when you say Floyd is better than anybody that ever existed ever, dude, you're playing disrespect. You're being disrespectful to the guys that came before him. Like Andre Ward has a very good lineage out. There's a good lineage out in the Bay Area too, with the trainers in that particular area, bro. Vince Wright said, do you think Floyd could return and beat George at 135? I don't think he can make 135, but I wouldn't doubt it. Honestly. Much love in that super chat. He might be able to. He might be able to. I don't know, man. Like I say, I got to see him fight. I got to see him fight for real. Not what he was doing in those exhibitions, because Detroit and Philly. Dude, those guys been fighting a long time, man. No joke, man. Oh, long time, dude. And those are some old school trainers, bro. Hey, Robin Turner, do me a favor, and I'm going to ask you with a very serious question. Man, stop it. Anyway, hey, Robin Turner, name four people that Henry Armstrong fought. Name 4 people that Henry Armstrong fought. Rahman Turner. Without going to BoxRec. Name 4 people he fought. And then from those 4, tell me 3 people that they fought. See, I can do that with Floyd. Easily. Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya. He fought Manny Pacquiao. He fought Jose Luis Castillo. And he fought Shane Mosley. Okay? Shane Mosley fought Oscar De La Hoya, and he fought Miguel Cotto, and he fought Canelo Alvarez. Okay? Oscar De La Hoya fought Pernell Whitaker, he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, and he fought Tito Trinidad. Okay? Jose Luis Castillo fought Diego Corrales, and I do believe he fought Joe Casamayor. Who was the other one I said? Just pick somebody else since I forgot the first person. Oh, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao fought Jeff Horn. Manny Pacquiao fought Yordenis Ugas, and he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, and he fought Eric Morales. Okay? See how I did that for Floyd? Do that for Sugar Ray Robinson. If you cannot do that for Sugar Ray Robinson, then you cannot say that man has a better resume because you don't know his resume. Right? I'm telling you, man, Blood Boxing had a great point, man. You can't, if you don't know that, you can't judge that. You don't know. And I guarantee you don't know. Dude, it's hard to name 5 people that these guys fought, let alone 3 guys that they fought. And then know 2 guys that those guys fought. You can only do that, most likely, you can only do that for guys that are fighting right now. So how do you know that, dude? You can't name 5 guys Sonny Liston fought. Right? Eddie Machin. It's tough. Oscar De La Hoya. I can say Oscar De La Hoya. I did say Oscar. I told you. But I can tell you, let me see how many people I can name that Oscar fought. Oscar fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez. He fought Joshua Clottey. He fought Fernando Vargas. He fought Felix Sturm. He fought Bernard Hopkins. He fought Shane Mosley. He fought Manny Pacquiao. He fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. Yeah, there you go. All right? Right there. Boom. He fought Ike Corte. He didn't fight Joshua Clottey. I don't know if he fought Joshua Clottey. But he definitely fought Ike Corte. So there you go. Felix Tina Trinidad fought Oscar De La Hoya. He fought Roy Jones Jr. He fought Bernard Hopkins. He fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought there you go. That's 4 guys that he fought. He fought Margarito. He fought Mayorga. Okay. There you go. He fought David Reed. I can tell you a bunch of people that he fought, bro. So I can judge his resume fairly decently. Okay? But no, dude, if you can't judge these guys' resumes, you can't say that. Can't say these guys got a better, you know what I mean? Fanon, you really think Floyd will make a comeback? Dude, I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't count it out. It's an arrogant dude who can make a lot of money for fighting. I wouldn't count it out. I would not say never with him because he's done a bunch of stuff that I didn't think he would do. I didn't think he'd fight Conor McGregor. I'd be like, man, what self-respecting champion going to box to him? Devin Wester said, I only make top 10 lists of fighters in my lifetime. That's the only way you can really do it. Much love in that chat. Unless you want to do, how about you do it for Sam Langford or Henry Armstrong's career? It's tough for me to do. Not going to lie, bro. It's very tough. That's tough for me to do with him. For Sam Langford, let me see. I can get Sam McVay, Jack Johnson, Harry Greb, Sam Wells, what's that guy's name, dude, that fought Jack Johnson again. Peter Jackson. So that's 5 for him. For Henry Armstrong, geez, he fought. What's that guy's name, man? The cheating ass dude that he wound up losing. It's tough for me to name 5 guys that he fought, man, off the top of it, man. You know what I mean? Really. But I'm sure I could, man. It just have to ring my bell. God, what is that dude's name, man? Fritzy Zivic. No, he fought Fritzy Zivic several times. Modena, the Filipino dude. What's the name of the Filipino dude? I think it's like Modena is the guy that he fought for the welterweight championship and for the middleweight championship. I think who else did he fight, man? I know he didn't. I don't think he ever fought Sugar Ray Robinson. I think that was too early in his career, or too early in the career of Sugar Ray Robinson. I think he came after. It's tough, man, for me on them, man. No joke, bro. Say, don't hurt yourself. Now I'm just telling you, man. It's, if I hear the names, I would know them, but I'm not as good. No, I'm not going to do it for Ezra Charles or Sam. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do that. I know Ezra Charles fought Rocky Marciano. I know he fought Joe Louis. I know that he fought. I believe Ezra Charles fought Archie Moore. But there's a lot of those guys, man. Oh, Ezra Charles also. I believe Ezra Charles also fought Charlie Burley and those guys. Some of those guys that were in the Black Murderers Row. So there's a lot of them, bro. But I'm not going to tell you, I can't name the zillion fighters in boxing. I can't. Which is why I tell you right now, bro, it's very tough to say who has a better resume, but I will tell you for sure that there are all kind of arguments that people make about who has the best art. There's a lot of subjectivity to it in that particular instance. But anyway, man, much love, man. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Caesar ATMG said, you got it. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, there's a lot of guys whose names just lost to me, man. What are my thoughts on Rocky Marciano? He's a very good fighter and historically very underestimated. He's a very good fighter. Jersey Joe Walcott, bro, you don't beat Jersey Joe Walcott and not be a great fighter. No joke. Jersey Joe was the man, bro. Fanon, you think Boo Boo vacating his title is the right move? Probably not. I don't think it's going to help him get another fighter, bro. Only fighter has an argument against Floyd is Sugar Ray Leonard. Dude, stop, man. Just stop. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You don't know, Robin, if you can't answer the question about who the guys fought, you do not know. Okay? You do not know. All right? And Ali fought at heavyweight, man. He's fought at heavyweight, and he didn't cherry pick, man. All right? Please. He didn't fight as good a competition is why he didn't take the punishment. Didn't fight as good a competition. Easy. Not difficult at all, bro. And the only fighter that has an argument against Floyd, bro, you need to get, I'm trying to tell you, if you can't name them dudes, you don't know. Anyway, KB Fanon, Floyd should fight Jay Taylor for them belts. Nah. Why would he do that, man? He need to sit down is what he need to do. What percentage of the old fights were fixed? I have no idea what percentage of those fights were fixed, but a lot of them. A lot of them. I'm sure a lot of them were, but I couldn't tell you how many fights were fixed. I know a lot of them were. You know what I mean? A lot. And there are a lot of cheating, a lot of stuff, man, but that's old school boxing, man. You know what I mean? You know, you need to go for that. You need to go over to my guy. Geez, man, what is my man's channel? Scrapbook Boxing, man. Go check out Scrapbook Boxing for that old school boxing talk. I'm telling you, dude, my strength is the 90s, 2000s, and the 2020s. Those are my strength. If you want to talk about boxing in the 90s, I'm good. You want to talk about boxing I'm decent in the 80s, but I'm not as good as blood boxing in the 80s. I'm good at the 70s. I'm decent at the 60s. 60s, 70s, and 80s. The closer you get to the 90s, the better I get. In the 2000s, from 2000 to 2010 and 2010 to 2020, for the last 20 years, I'm gold. In the 1990s, I'm a strong silver. In the 80s, bronze. Except the big name guys. So guys like Curry, dudes when I was really in school, I'm just not as good at, because I didn't get to see a lot of those fights because the fights weren't as readily available. You know what I mean? Let me see. For TY said, the reason why Charlo ain't fight Boo Boo, because he broke the contract. He's supposed. Yeah, that's garbage. It's please though, bro. Oh yeah, he said. Giovanni Walker said, these trolls you talking to have only seen boxing on ABC's Wild World of Sports. What the? What's going on? New York Real Stream said, who started wearing costumes, showcase interest? That's the first guy I saw was Hector Camacho, bro. With all of that stupidity. Exactly. Look, Fanon, stop playing. Floyd took less punishment because of the better defensive fundamentals. Ali's defense was based primarily on athleticism. I'll take the shoulder roll over the rope-a-dope anyway. Look, man. He also didn't fight as good a competition. He took a lot of punishment against Castillo. Didn't he? Took some punishment against Castillo. But that's all right. Yeah, he took less punishment. No doubt about it. And how do you know that? How did he take less punishment than Sugar Ray Robinson did? Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't taking a lot of shots. Did he have better? He's not better defensively than Sugar Ray Robinson. Not that I see. Anyway, Floyd fight, man, stop. Floyd did fight. Never had his jaw broke. Never fought anybody get hit that hard. What do you want me to say? And I don't know if he ever had his jaw broke or not. How do I know? He may have gotten his jaw broke. I don't know if he got his jaw broke or not. Ali did get his jaw broke, though. I don't know. I don't know what you want to say. Let me retort. Ali, guess what? He'll take more punishment if those two fought. Hey, Raheem, if in 1967 Ali fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. at any point in time, who's taking the most punishment in that fight? Huh? Yeah. Dog, being a midget is not a defense. Okay? Sorry. He wasn't fighting heavyweights, man. He wasn't fighting heavyweights, bro. Yeah, Ali, right, yeah. Ali would be taking more punishment. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. 220 can't compare to 140, then shut up comparing them. That's all I'm saying. Stop comparing them then. Kenny Norton would break Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s jaw too. They're heavyweights, man. Different set of rules. They're heavyweights, bro. These guys have the power to break your jaw. How many dudes you know besides Rigo breaking jaws at those little weight classes? How many times have you seen cats get their jaw broken in a welterweight fight? Period. Nah, that ain't no lie. It is real, is what it is. The comparison is not illogical. It's real. It's real. That's for real. I'm talking about the people Ali actually fought and who Floyd actually fought. Heavyweights will break your jaw. They all will break your jaw. All of them. Any man weighing 6'3", 230 pounds, and hit you in the jaw can break your jaw. That's not the truth. That's not the case when you're fighting 130-pound people, man. It's just not. Victor Ortiz got his jaw. Dude, you can name a bunch of heavyweights that got their stuff, bro. Hey, he didn't break. Quincy Carter said Madonna could break your jaw. Just ask. He didn't break his jaw. He did not break Andre. He did not break Adrian Bronner's jaw. Stop it. Much love in that super chat. The fact of the matter is, bro, that heavyweights will knock you out and break your jaw much more readily than little guys will, bro. Much more, and they will knock you out much more readily than them little dudes, man. It's the heavyweight division. You can get knocked out with one punch. Hakeem Rahman, Lennox Lewis, boom, gone to sleep. Right? How many heavyweights can you name that didn't get knocked out? How many? How many great heavyweights do you know? Besides Rocky Marciano, who stopped at 50 fights, do you know that didn't get knocked out? It's hard to name the guys that didn't get knocked out. Joe Frazier got knocked out. George Foreman got knocked out. Kenny Norton got knocked out. Ali got TKO'd. Larry Holmes got knocked out. Mike Tyson got knocked out. Sonny Liston got knocked out. Evander Holyfield, not Evander Holyfield never got knocked out. Evander Holyfield just got knocked out. But Lennox Lewis got knocked out. Vladimir Klitschko got knocked out. It's very difficult. There's a whole bunch of heavyweights get knocked out, bro. Clean knocked out. You can name a bunch of welterweights that never got knocked out. Yeah, Riddick Bowe didn't get knocked out. Yeah, but there's not a lot of guys. How many great ones did? Bunch of dudes did, man. James Toney never fought a real heavyweight, bro. Those heavyweight, you get knocked out in the heavyweight division, man. Okay? You get knocked out or you get concussed. Tyson Fury argument, he got his ass knocked out. Okay? Don't lunge, man. Deontay Wilder got knocked out. Tyson Fury was down for a 10 count. They hit, bro. That's a different thing, man, them heavyweights, man. George Wood said for 9, if Floyd dropped weight to 139, would he qualify to fight George Kambosos for his title? No, because it's a 135 championship. Much love in that super chat. He would be going in over the weight limit. He would be coming in over the weight limit. I don't think you can do that unless, well, who knows with the WBC. But nah, you got to be in that weight class. Can we ask Wilder about how hard he got hit? Can we ask Wilder about how he got hit so hard? Sure, go knock him out. Go knock it out. Go ask him. He got a website. Boxing pound for pound, regardless, Floyd has all-time great defense. I'm trying to tell you, bro, you better stick it to the 2000s. Just stick to the 2000s, bro. He's been knocked down 4 times. Okay? Has Fury ever been KO'd? Not officially, but he has been knocked down 5 times. He has been knocked down 5 times. Okay? So you can throw him in that destined to get his ass knocked out route. Okay? And quite honestly, he got saved from a TKO for sure. He got saved from a TKO against Otto Wallin. Saved by a TKO from Otto Wallin. Got his face opened up like this against Otto Wallin. AJ got knocked out. Tell you, man, these dudes getting knocked out, bro. Dude, let me tell you something, Donnie. It's not illogical. It is an actual comparison. It's an actual comparison. If you want to say which dog is going to win, a pit bull and a chihuahua, it's very logical. You put him in a pit and you have him fight, and the pit bull kills the chihuahua. It's just obvious. It's not illogical. It's obvious. And here's to boot. Roy Jones Jr. moved up to heavyweight. And he started at middleweight. There's nothing preventing them from going to fight heavyweights. You're trying to make me make comparisons, which are hypotheticals. The actuality of it is more related to logic than the hypothetical. Really. When somebody compares and says, well, these heavyweights get knocked out, that's because they're fighting heavyweights. Lightweight, a guy that lightweight isn't getting knocked out because he's fighting lightweights. There's a whole bunch of take it to featherweight. Do you see how many punches are landing on these guys in not featherweight? Take it down to flyweight, Donnie. Have you ever watched Monster Inoue fight and see how many times Monster Inoue actually gets hit?
actually gets hit. He gets hit a lot. Chocolatito gets hit a lot. Those flyweights and featherweight get hit a lot. But what happens? Do they get knocked out? No. Typically speaking, they take a lot of shots and they don't get knocked out because they're fighting guys that weigh 105. He's fighting guys that weigh 120 pounds. And those guys are not toting power like that, man. You know what I mean? A fifth grader in a parking lot fighting each other typically are not going to knock each other unconscious. But you put two grown men and get sucker punched by a grown man and you're going to get knocked out. So when somebody's making a comparison and saying how much, this guy got knocked out and all that at heavyweight, that means the featherweight's defense is better. It's not necessarily so, bro. It only takes one shot to get knocked out. And did you see Floyd Mayweather Jr. get hit by Shane Mosley? If Shane Mosley was hitting like a heavyweight, Floyd would have got knocked out. No joke. Floyd dang near got knocked out by Shane Mosley. Where was his defense when Shane Mosley had him gone? You know what I'm saying? Had him gone. If that was not Shane Mosley hitting him, if Shane Mosley hit like a cruiserweight, that dude was going to go to sleep off that. You remember that? The reason he could survive that is that was a welterweight. If you see somebody like a heavyweight that punches like that, catch somebody like that, if Deontay Wilder caught Tyson Fury like that cleanly, dude, where was the defense for that? Right? Where was Floyd's defense when he got rocked by that dude? I'm telling you, I've seen Floyd get hit flush, bro. I've seen it. Hey, that's cool, Donnie. No worries, brother. You know you my brother. That's all good, bro. Thanks, man. Dude, Mosley was on that stuff, though, and you don't think he was. If that was a heavyweight, Floyd goes to sleep. Dude, Floyd gets hit, dog. It's boxing. Everybody gets hit, man. Everybody gets hit, bro. Anyway, that's what I take. Talk about blacks getting KO'd. What is that? Talk about blacks getting knocked the fuck out. What are you talking about? We are talking about black fighters getting knocked out. Man, y'all be crybabying, bro. Hey, no joke, though. Fahim, great point. Hey, Floyd immediately grabbed Mosley's arm after getting hit deep. Oh, no, that ain't defense. That's somebody used to getting rocked, is what that is. That's somebody that has been rocked before, knowing what to do when he gets hurt. That's what that is. Floyd was so instinctual with that, you know he got hurt before, dog. You know he got hurt before. That ain't defense. Grabbing the ropes and holding on is not defense, dog. That is not defense, bro. Exactly. That's being smart and experienced and a great fighter, bro. No doubt. I don't care if he dominated the whole fight, bro, but don't tell me if that ain't no heavyweight, he don't go out. So I'm telling you, dude, it only takes one shot from them big guys, man. And you guys know that's the truth. So I don't even know. I don't even get why you act like that's not the case, man. Sonny, hey, if he gets hit by that with a guy like Raheem Rahman, he's going to sleep. Okay? It's just what it is, man. You gotta it's a different type of thing, bro. Sonny, hey, Larry Holmes didn't get up against Mike Tyson, knocked him out. But anyway, you know what it is. You know what it is. Anybody can get knocked out in the heavyweight division is what I'm saying. Anybody, man. Anybody can get knocked out in the heavyweight division. That's just what it is. At any moment, bro, you're there. Unless you're fighting somebody that's just, you gonna make sure he can't get your chin. He can't hit you. You know what I mean? But in the heavyweight division, anybody can get got in the heavyweight division. And you guys know that's the truth, bro. So y'all can lay off all of that other stuff. Anyway, you know what it is. he said F a heavyweight said if Canelo caught him flush like that, it's over. Yeah, no doubt. You get hit like that flush by that, or Jermall or any of them dudes catch you flush like that, you out. And you know who set him up? He got set up for that too. Beautifully, he got set up beautifully by Shane too, man. Shane did something nice on that. That experience came, but he couldn't pull it off, bro. And after that, Floyd just took that away. Like, that's it. You're not landing that no more. No joke. That dude can fight, bro. Oh, he won. He won the fight after that. We just talking about defense, man. He had a lapse, didn't he? Had a lapse. And that's all that takes is a lapse. And all of a sudden, you're out of there. All it does is a lapse. And you're out of there. You know what I mean? With a heavyweight. It's not fair. It's not fair to compare these little itty bitty dudes to the heavyweight division. It's just fundamentally unfair to the heavyweights. They got to fight everybody. You know what I mean? Has the great Jarrell Big Baby Miller been KO'd? Heck, no, he ain't been KO'd. But I don't think he ever will, bro, because I don't think he's ever going to get them shots again. But anyway, man, look, I'm going to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Much love to everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys so much for your support. And I'm about to get up out of here. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.